Long ago, before the stars had names and the earth was young, there lived the first god. His name was Elion, and he was alone in the vast emptiness of the world. He wandered the endless skies and the silent lands with no one to speak to, no one to share his thoughts with. But Elion was not lonely, for his heart was full of love, so much love that it overflowed like a river after the rains. One day, as he walked upon the untouched earth, he knelt and pressed his hands into the soil. "If I have so much love to give," he whispered, "why should I keep it to myself?" And so, from the earth, he shaped the first living thing, a creature of fur and warmth, with bright eyes that blinked up at him. It was the first animal, a being of curiosity and joy. Elion smiled and named it Liora. Liora ran and played, and Elion laughed as he watched her. But soon he realized that she, too, might grow lonely. So from the earth he shaped more creatures, birds that sang in the trees, fish that danced in the rivers, and beasts that roamed the forests. The world was no longer silent, and Elion's heart swelled with happiness. But his love did not stop there. He knelt again, and this time he shaped something different, a being that stood tall, with eyes that could wonder, and a voice that could speak. The first man and woman, Aric and Selene, looked upon Elion with awe. "You are our children," he told them, "and this world is yours to care for." For many years, Elion walked among his creations, teaching them, guiding them. He showed Aric how to kindle fire, and he taught Selene the names of the stars. The people loved him in return, and the world was filled with light and laughter. But love can be both a blessing and a sorrow. As the people grew in number, they began to change. Some forgot Elion's teachings. They fought among themselves, harmed the creatures he had made, and turned away from his kindness. Elion's heart ached, for he had never known anything but love. One night, as he stood beneath the sky, a voice spoke to him, a whisper from the darkness. "Why do you let them hurt you?" it asked. "You are a god. You could make them obey. You could force them to love you." Elion shook his head. "Love cannot be forced," he said. "It must be given freely, or it is not love at all." The darkness laughed. "Then you will suffer forever." And perhaps the darkness was right, for no matter how much the people strayed, Elion could not stop loving them. He could not bring himself to punish them, to force them into obedience. Instead he wept, and his tears fell upon the earth like rain. One day, Aric and Selene found him sitting by a quiet lake, his face lined with sorrow. "Father," Selene said, "why are you sad?" Elion looked at them, his children, and smiled gently. "Because love is heavy," he said, "and sometimes it hurts." Aric knelt beside him. "Then let us help you carry it." And so, for the first time, Elion did not feel alone in his love. The people who had strayed began to return, listening once more to his words, caring for the world he had given them. The animals flourished, the forests grew tall, and the rivers ran clear. But the darkness did not forget. It whispered again, "They will fail you. They always do." Elion knew this might be true. People were imperfect. They would make mistakes, they would forget, they would sometimes turn away. But he had made his choice long ago, to love them no matter what. And so the first god loved too deeply, knowing that love could bring both joy and pain. But he never regretted it, for even in the darkest night there were still stars, tiny lights that reminded him of the goodness that remained. And as long as the world endured, his love would endure with it.